JS or JavaScript sniffers are malicious scripts that cybercriminals install on e-commerce websites to collect sensitive information from users. These scripts can capture data such as credit card numbers, login credentials, and personal information directly from the web pages where users enter them. Welcome to VAR India News Hour. Here's how the threat actors work and could potentially use their properties for information collection. The threat actor posted an advertisement thread offering banking records of customers from various undisclosed banking organizations with a particular focus on Indian banks. The threat actor claimed to possess a massive trove of 6 lakh records, highlighting the significant scale of the data breach. As proof of compromise, the threat actor attached 129 sample records which include the name, payment card number, expiry date, CVV, transacted amount, and email address in most of the cases. The threat actor stated that some of actual records also contains impacted users' browser, fingerprint, and user agent details. As per the survey, both of these details are usually collected by JS sniffers installed at e-commerce enabled websites, indicating threat actors' potential method for collecting the information. JS sniffers are often injected to vulnerabilities in third-party services or plugins used by e-commerce websites. These can include compromised content delivery networks, ads, or analytics scripts. The malicious JavaScript code is usually obfuscated to avoid detection by security tools and site administrators. This makes it harder to identify and remove the sniffer. JS sniffers are typically designed to capture data entered into forms on e-commerce websites such as checkout pages. The script intercepts the information before it is securely transmitted to the server. Some sniffers may also function as keyloggers, capturing every keynote made by the user on the website, which can include passwords, credit card numbers, and other sensitive data. JS sniffers represent a sophisticated method for cybercriminals to collect sensitive data from e-commerce websites. By understanding the properties of these sniffers and the methods used to deploy them, website administrators can take proactive steps to secure their platforms and protect their users from potential breaches. Let's look into today's headlines. The Google Pixel 9 Pro Fold makes its debut in India at 1.73 lakh rupees. Google's first foldable phone has been released in India with the debut of the Pixel 9 Pro Fold. It has an 8-inch internal screen, a 6.3-inch cover display, and a 4650 megawatt battery with 45 watt charging. It costs 1,72,999 rupees. With a Tensor G4 chipset from Google, the device will be available on August 22 through Flipkart, Chroma, and Reliance Digital. Acer unveils new Chromebook laptops powered by AI in India. The new Acer Chromebook Plus 14 and 15 laptops are intended to meet the needs of the business and educational sectors. These are the company's most recent Chromebook Plus models, with the most recent Google Gemini AI capabilities integrated in the all-new Chromebook Plus boosts a stylish, business-like design, improved productivity tools, and strong performance. The 14-inch Full HD IPS display on the Chromebook Plus 14 comes with an integrated multi-touch variant or the high brightness Acer ComfyView LED backlit TFT LCD. Apple's less expensive Vision Pro headset to launch in 2025. According to reports, Apple is working on a less expensive variant of its Vision Pro headset, which may be released as early as 2025. A second generation Vision Pro is also being developed by the tech behemoth. However, a release date has not yet been announced. Bharti Global plans to buy 25% of British Telecom. Bharti Global, via its subsidiary Bharti Televentures UK Limited, will buy a 24.5% share in British Telecom Group. The agreement calls for the purchase of 9.99% immediately and 14.51% after regulatory clearance. Today marks a significant milestone in BT's history as we invest in BT, an iconic British company, said Sunil Bharti Mittal. Government approval is awaited for the deployment of Airtel's satellite service. Sunil Mittal, the chairman of Bharti, recently declared that OneWeb's satellite service is ready for launch, subject to regulatory approval. With two satellite network portals operational and successful tests carried out in difficult environments such as the Himalayas and deserts, OneWeb is poised to deliver essential connectivity, especially in isolated and unreachable regions of India. That's all for now. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe to VAR India magazine. You can download the VAR India app from Google Play Store and Apple App Store for more news and updates. Stay tuned. Thank you.